WWE's Extreme Rules was a show for the history books, with Triple H putting together a great card from top to bottom filled with violent matches that felt like it truly lived up to the billing. There was something for everyone on this pay-per-view, from heated rivalries to close calls to championship fights. And for most of us who missed the night, we've got you covered with a recap of the notable parts of the show. Here are the best and worst moments. Did Extreme Rules live up to the expectations? WWE's Extreme Rules Premium Live event was a show that mainly featured good matches, some questionable creative decisions within them, and a closing angle that will have fans talking for years to come. Although it had its moments with some questionable decisions at the end of a couple of key matches. But then again, what event doesn't have its fair share of controversy? Although some of those decisions may have to be repaired in the coming weeks. What were the worst moments of the show? Drew McIntyre versus Karrion Kross strap match. This was a very physical affair, but strap matches can be hard to make engaging as they can be repetitive using the same extreme spot. The two men worked hard to engage the fans and tried to throw in some drama through a Drew McIntyre shoulder injury, but they never could quite pull it off. The WWE Universe never quite got into this one, and that is something that did hold things back. It was a match that was unfortunately disappointing, and although them letting Kross win was the right decision, they weren't able to get the rest of the fight. The match gave off an underwhelming air and didn't help matters when Kross's wife Scarlett pepper-sprayed McIntyre to hand him the loss. The feud between the two fighters doesn't seem to be over, but the interest in it will have to be worked on by WWE. Liv Morgan versus Ronda Rousey, Extreme Rules SmackDown Women's Championship match. A lot of effort was placed into this match by both fighters. They took a lot of punishment, from whipping each other with belts, using chairs, bats, and crashing through tables. Ronda Rousey and Liv Morgan left it all out there and produced what was truly an extreme fight fitting with the theme of the night. The match itself did have a few sloppy parts, especially the finishing submissions used to end the fight. Don't get us wrong, it wasn't that it was a bad match. In fact, it was quite the opposite, but just felt it could have been given a bit more. The story of the fight, with the win going to Ronda, was the right decision taken by WWE. Plus, it cemented Liv Morgan's tough look for her character by not tapping out at the end. And that little smile at the end hinted at maybe a heel change for the adored superstar. Fans can look forward to that, but in regards to the match, the few botches throughout major points in the match made it get into the list of worst moments of the show. Seth Rollins versus Matt Riddle, fight pit match with Daniel Cormier as special guest referee. This was the main event of the evening, but it certainly wasn't the most decisive match and was nowhere near as good as what they did in Cardiff in September. The two men worked hard and they created a few tight spots with Daniel Cormier, which added to things a little, but it never quite got going overall. The match ended quite quickly, with the fight not living up to its expected potential, and the submission finish left no room for applause because of its rather abrupt happening. Yes, the fans were with them and added to the atmosphere of the match, but the fight itself didn't live up to the hype people had set for it. What then were the best moments of Extreme Rules? Bianca Belair versus Bayley, Raw Women's Championship ladder match. Now, this was a match to be remembered. The two superstars gave their all and brilliantly led the entire fight, striking a balance between weapons and mind games. The crafty Bayley lived up to her persona and cunningly used the ladders to her advantage, but Bianca answered emphatically with her pure strength and explosive power. Every action taken by the two wrestlers was smart and calculated and gave the fans a nail-biting experience. Near finishes and dramatic breakups added to the chemistry between them and proved that this was a match to be remembered. Imperium versus the Brawling Brutes, good old-fashioned Donnybrook match. The rivalry between these two factions added to an excellent fight that has been in tandem with their previous encounters. The two teams engaged in an all-out, high-quality brawl that simply showcased brutality and intensity. Their physical matchups and use of weapons left the WWE Universe on the edge of their seats. Sheamus and his crew got the win in the end, but Imperium, led by Gunther, didn't really feel like losers. It looked like the rivalry between the two teams wasn't going to end soon, and we as neutrals couldn't be more excited. This was a perfect opening match, setting the tone for the rest of the matches to follow. Sheamus versus Gunther 3 is certainly not over yet. Edge versus Finn Balor, I Quit match. The I Quit match between Edge and Finn Balor was storytelling at its masterful best. No match was executed executed better than this one in the aspect that the two wrestlers brought their experience and class to the fight. Edge, being a master of this style of match, got fans on their feet as the match progressed. The fight ultimately ended with a dramatic ending, with the Judgment Day faction forced Edge to quit after threatening to hit his wife Beth Phoenix with a con chair too. Edge, following his character, said the words, but that didn't save her as Judgment Day hit her with the deadly move anyways. Edge was left devastated, but we as neutrals know that's only good for the rivalry among these wrestlers to brew. The fight might be over for now, but not the war. Were there any huge surprises in the show? The conclusion of Extreme Rules 2022 could arguably be one of the best moments in this season's franchise. After Matt Riddle got the win against Seth Rollins, the lights suddenly went out and an air of expectation surrounded the whole arena, with everybody having a sense of what was coming. The old Firefly Funhouse made its return covered in cobwebs, along with the appearances of Ramblin' Rabbit, Mercy the Buzzard, Huskus the Pig, Abby the Witch, and the Fiend, Bray Wyatt himself, making their presences felt. Although it doesn't seem like we're going to be getting the character we're all used to as the Eater of the Worlds, it does leave room for excitement, as maybe a mix of old and new gimmicks might be what to expect. Either way, this was quickly one of the most outstanding returns in WWE history, and the crowd reaction speaks for itself. How was the return handled? One can admit that the WWE Universe had huge expectations regarding the return of the enigmatic Bray Wyatt at the Extreme Rules Premium Live event. WWE met those expectations and then some, with a haunting reintroduction of the former Universal Champion that both played on his past incarnations while toying with his presentation to incorporate new elements. Fans have been suspecting that he was the White Rabbit that had been teased in brilliant social and digital media campaigns over the last handful of weeks, and their suspicions were confirmed when he revealed himself Saturday. The WWE would have messed this up in a million ways. They could have put too much thought into the planning and botched the return, or they could have given an underwhelming experience, unfit with the expectations of the fans. Ultimately, they got it right, and the harmonious singing of "He's Got the Whole World" between Bray and the fans was eerily awesome to see. Regardless of whether it was all down to Bray Wyatt's hold over the Fireflies, what he calls his fans followers in the WWE Universe, or the creative team, or even a combination of the two, they made sure the ending of what has already been an awesome show was given a proper exclamation point as an ending to the night. What a rush! WWE Extreme Rules definitely brought up some excitement and flops, but after this video, it's safe to say it was an excellent show. We can all admit that the wrestlers gave their A-game and held back nothing throughout the night, adding to the excitement of the night and setting a tone for top performances the WWE is known for. It was truly a memorable night of wrestling greatness that also gave fans a look into the newer side of the WWE, the new side which portrays wrestlers skilled with superb in-ring fighting performance. Fans won't be forgetting this premium live event anytime soon. Great returns and stunning wins. Share your thoughts on all of them in our comments below. Yes, we're stopping here for now, but don't worry, we've got more content on the way soon. Stay updated by subscribing to our page, and please do like and share our videos with your friends and family. And we'll see you in the next video.